Hello, Maple, and welcome to Wednesday of our third week of remote learning. It sort of feels like it's gone quickly in some ways, and in other ways, it feels like it's taken a very, very long time to get to this stage. Here is our timetable of what we have got on today, I think. Um, my apologies, I've got some of this wrong. So we've got morning fluency to start off with, then we've got spag, then English, then maths, then read theory, then after lunch we've got music, and we have a guest appearance from Mr. Wanford, who is taking you for a German lesson. Now, I believe that most of you are up to date and on Teams at the moment, which is fan dabby dozy. If you're not, please do send us an email if you can't get on. I know that there was a bit of an issue with the wrong way of getting the passwords in sent out first. I think that was rectified, but if you still can't get on, please do send us an email, because for morning fluency especially, instead of having all the questions on the board like they are here, there is a quiz that gives you real-time feedback about whether your answer is correct or not, which is a little bit more useful seeing as I only go through 4 of the answers. So here are your 13 questions for today. If you are on Teams, then feel free to come out of this and to go to the quiz. If you're not on Teams, then pause the video, have a work through with those questions, and then click the play button to get me going through some of the answers. Okay, then let's see which 4 questions I've picked as our target questions today. Okay, so we've got 4,615 plus 3,582. So 4,000, let's get that right, 615 plus 3,582. I need to get my equals drawn in as well. So let me do that. There we go. Okay, then. So 5 plus 2 is 7. So that means that a 7 can go in there. 1 plus 8 is 9. So a 9 can go in there. 6 add 5 is 11. Now I can't fit 11 into that column by itself, so the ones needs to go there, and the tens gets carried, it gets exchanged. 4 add 3 add 1 is 8, so my answer is 8,197. Hopefully you can sort of see as well that even though those look like large numbers, because that one only had one exchange, that's actually easier than some questions that have got smaller numbers. Let's move across and let's try our subtraction question, going with the nice long ones today, apparently. 58,162, take away 19,743. Let me line them up, get my equals in there. Okay, then this is where we get to see how marvelous my drawing skills have got on here. 2 take away 3 I can't do, so I'm going to have to borrow a 10, turn that into 5, turn that into 12. 12 take away 3 is 9. Less successful there. 5 take away 4 is 1. 1 take away 7 I can't do, so I will have to borrow. 11 take away 7 is 4. 7 take away 9 I can't do, so I will have to borrow. Turn that 5 into a 4. 17 take away 9 is 8, which is the hardest number to do on here. There we go. And 4 take away 1 is 3. So 38,419 should be your answer. 28 divided by 7. If I count up in sevens, I can see how many it takes me to get there. 7, 14, 21, 28. So it takes me 4 lots of 7 to get there. And now 3,716 times 42. So 3,716 times 42. Okay, then let me put my equals in and then let's talk through this one. Now, I know that I have to partition, so I'm going to partition 42 into 40 and 2, and I'm going to do the top row first, which is going to be basically 3,716 times 2. So 6 times 2 is 12. So a 1 goes there, and sorry, the 2 goes in the ones column, and I have to carry a 1 across. 1 times 2 is 2. Add the extra 1 gives me 3. 7 times 2 is 14. Put the 1 there. Carry a 1. And then 3 times 2 is 6. Add the extra 1. Gives me 7. So my top row should end up saying 7,432. So now I know straight away, because I'm now multiplying by a multiple of 10, I can put a 0 in here, because anything times 40, if it's an integer, is going to have a 0 in the ones column. 6 times 4 is 24, so I can put a 4 in there and carry the 2, if I can get that to work. There we go. 1 times 4 is 4, add the 2 is 6. 7 times 4 is 28, so I haven't got to carry anything to it. So 8 goes in there, I'll carry the 2 across. And then 3 times 4 is 12, add the 2, gives me 14. There's nothing next to it, so instead of carrying it, I can just put 14 straight in. And finally, what I've got to do is add those two together. So 2 add 0 is 2, 3 add 4 is, let me try typing it in instead. 3 add 4 is 7, 6 add 4 is 10, so I can't fit that in, so a 0 goes there, 1 comes underneath. 7 add 8 is 15, add the 1 is 16. 1 goes down here, 4 add 1 is 5, and 1 add nothing is 1. So I'm left with 156,072. Finally, my last question, which two square numbers add together to make 10 squared? Now, I quite like this question, I have to admit, because there is a bit of trial and error with it. But what we can do is we can write out our square numbers first of all. So 1 squared, 1 times 1 is 1, 2 squared, 2 times 2 is 4, 3 squared is 9, 4 squared is 16, 5 squared is 25, 6 squared is 36, 7 squared is 49, 8 squared is 64, 9 squared is 81. I'm not going to put 10 squared in because I know that 10 squared is 100 and 100 plus 0 is 100, so we don't have that there. So what I can do then is I can have a look and see. I haven't got anything with 90s in it, so I can immediately say that it's not going to be any of these because these need to be added to a number with 9 tens. Now, 81, I would need to add 19 to that to get to 100, and I can see that I've got 16 but not 19, so that's not going to work. 75, I would need to add, 25, I'd need to add 75 to, so that one's not going to work. 49, I'd have to add 51 to, so that's not going to work. And then just to double check, I can try this sum. 64 add 36, beautifully done. 4 add 6 is 10, so 0 and 1. 6 add 3 is 9, plus 1 equals 10, which gives me 100. So it is 36, which is 6 squared, plus 64, which is 8 squared. You should have as your answer. Hopefully that has got you ready for another day of learning from home, and I look forward to seeing all of your work throughout the day.